Hello, it is Saturday, April 20th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword, which means we're going to be solving a tricky, themeless puzzle, very possibly the trickiest of the week. And this tricky, themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Geeta Karuri, Josh Allen, Mike from Vermont, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster. So thank you so much to the four of them. They are benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel. They keep it going with their contribution. I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four. Thank you to everybody who's a patron of the channel. And if you'd like to become one yourself and get access to the bonus videos and as a benefactor, the official mug, you can do so at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link. And you'll find there this week's latest Boss Words Spring Themeless League competition puzzle. I'm pretty pleased with this week's solve, so check it out if you're a patron. And I do still need to record the mini puzzle pseudo speed solve, so I'll be doing that today. Look forward to that. Thank you to all of the patrons at every level. And thanks as well if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. That's a big help as well. It does help YouTube understand that people like this. And then it also helps you be notified about these videos. And then finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice, friendly chat community that can be joined via the description field link as well. All right, having said all that, let's get on to today's puzzle, which is a co-construction by Garrett Chalfin, who's responsible for, I think, around half a dozen puzzles, and Andrew Kingsley, maybe a couple of dozen. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano. Let's start solving, see how we do. Napoleon had a large one. Hat? I don't know. I've learned quite a lot about Napoleon in the last few years. Incredibly fascinating. I mean, certainly one of the most fascinating figures history has ever produced. I mean, he had a large army, a large record of military success, a large ego, I guess, would actually fit in 3 letters. Let's see. Topper for a holiday party. No, I don't know. Candle doesn't really make sense. Topper for a holiday party. What does that mean, topper? Does it mean the top of a Christmas tree, or? I don't know what that means, sorry. 70s Ford. I assume this means a model car. It could mean a person. Whom King... well, it could be... yeah, it could be a person. It could be Gerald Ford, the U.S. president. This could then be ego. Boy, that's bonkers. This is a tough... I already feel this is a difficult puzzle. Let's see if this holds together. Whom King Tut's mummy was made to remember. Sorry, to resemble. I read that strangely. Whom King Tut's mummy was made to resemble. I don't know. Is it Osiris? Boy, I never, ever would have just guessed that if not for this O. I don't actually still know if it's correct, but I sort of suspect it has to be. If ego is correct, and that's an O, this must be right. I didn't know that. I feel I should have known that, but I didn't. Jerry Rice's 208 for short. Okay, well, I think Jerry Rice was an NFL player, so touchdowns, I guess. I think that's probably right. So topper for holiday party. I have no idea what this is, sorry. Where you'll find women out to drink, question mark. Where you'll find women out to drink. I mean, I'm wondering if this is referring to animals at a drinking hole or something? A female... I don't know. Because the question mark makes it seem like it's a pun and it's not just referring to, a bar or something. I mean, I assume that's not the case. There needs to be a reason for that question mark to be there. And it's a Saturday puzzle, so. Platonic outing, a friend date, maybe? Is that a phrase? Friend date? I don't know. Let's look at this and see. Wind up. I don't know. I'm not confident about friend. Wind up doesn't feel like it would end with a D to me. I mean, it might, but I don't know. And sore must be the storm that could blank the little bird that kept so many warm. Dickinson. All right, so there we have an Emily Dickinson poem. So what is that? And sore must be the storm that could... Oh, I don't know. I wish I just knew this, but I don't. All right, 4 down, e.g. All right, what was that? Oh, 1 for 90 degrees. Oh, this is probably sine, the trigonometric function. I don't really remember how all of this works. Sine, cosine, tangent, secant, all of those different things. I don't really remember what they all are, but I think this is the case. I think 1 is the sine in the case of 90 degrees. Let's see. 4 down, e.g. sine. Oh, wave, as in a sine wave. I'm trying to think what sine could be an example of. I mean, e.g. means, for example, function or wave, or because in audio you have sine waves, for instance. Well, it's not just in audio, but that's a common context in which you refer to a sine wave. But I don't know what this is. Maybe sine is wrong. It can't be right, because none of the other ones would fit in 4 letters. I don't think, anyway. Not unless they were abbreviated, but I don't think it will be, because I don't see an indication of an abbreviation here. All right, cut close, shave. To cut something close is to shave it, maybe. Let's see if that works. Lacked pop, had no something. That could be the case. Get set, harden. So if clay or something is setting, it's getting set, it's hardening. I think that might be right. And I do like this lacked pop to be had no something. Square root of, oh my goodness, square root of 64. Ocho. That's 64. Yeah, okay, 64, and the square root of that is 8, which is ocho. Okay, that's right. Great, good. Okay, and sore must be the storm. Wow, okay. V, that's surprising. Maybe shave is wrong. That could vouch the little bird, and sore could be the storm. That could... okay, not thrilled about this. Cut close. Shorn? Yeah, that could also be right. Because cut could be past tense as well. You could say, the sheep was shorn, the sheep was cut close. Or the wool was shorn anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's right. No, I'm really not sure. That could reach, though, the little bird. That's plausible. 4 down, e.g. sine. Oof, I just have no clue about this one. Nacho. I don't know. Wind up. Could be irk, to wind someone up, to sort of annoy them, to cut close. Oof. I bet this is a tough puzzle. I'm finding this very difficult. Oh, elf hat. Topper for a holiday party. It goes on your head. It's the topper. Elf hat. Right. Okay. I mean, fair enough, I guess. I definitely ordinarily think of those as Santa hats. I guess no, they're different, aren't they? The color scheme is different. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Garrett Chalfin and Andrew Kingsley. Santa hats and elf hats are distinct and yet both in use at holiday parties. Oh, right, here we have Oregon's motto. The state of Oregon, the U.S. state. Blank volat proprius. Alia, probably? Crash sites. I have no idea what's going on here, sorry. Crash, oh, beds. Okay, Alice is the motto. Boy, what do I think this means? Yikes. Volat could be to fly. Proprius. Volat could be to steal. I don't know Latin, that's the problem. Proprius, I mean, something to do with property or one's own or something. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, let's move on. Crash sites are beds. You'd crash in your own bed. Where you'll find women out to drink. Oh, okay, lesbian bar. I was so convinced this wasn't going to be a bar-related thing because I thought the question mark pun was suggesting that's not what it is. The question mark is actually referring to out. It means they're out. They're not, in the closet, out as lesbians. That's very clever and very subtle. That's a very, very subtle deployment of the question mark, and I was completely not on the right track. But it works perfectly well. All right, wind up. Oh, end. If you end something, you wind it up. There we go. Okay, cut close. Or maybe it is sheer. Did I have that in? I think I might have had that in there at one point. Or maybe at least I said it, didn't I? I honestly can't remember. Okay, and soar must be the storm that could abash the little bird, maybe? Oh, maybe this is friend date. A ratio. A sign is a ratio. Of course that's true. Oh, frustrating. Okay. Well, there we go. So 1 to 91 for 90 degrees. I don't remember why that's the case. I don't remember what that means. That's annoying. Or rather, I don't remember what the ratio represents specifically, I guess is what I'm saying. What it's a ratio of, I guess. Okay, it appears on 78% of all national flags. Red. That's amazing. I wouldn't have guessed that. I mean, I suppose if you asked me, what do you think is the most common color on any national flag? Red would certainly be one of my top guesses, but I still wouldn't have expected it to be that high. Okay, course addendum. A side dish. So as in an addendum to a course, a meal. All right, bank worry. Something fees or something? Oh, no, it's not. It's a riverbank. Erosion, that's what it means. So you could be concerned about erosion of your riverbank, which could lead to, environmental damage or property damage or something. Okay, disturbs. Rouses or roists or disturbs. I don't know why I can't think of what the proper word is here. Free. Could be a noun. No, sorry. Well, no, not a noun. It could be an adjective or a verb. Don't know which I think it is. All right. Baby squirrel. Is it baby squirrel a kit, maybe? I'm not sure that's right. That's a real guess. Let's see. Crash sites. That's funny. Don't know what this one is. Like many gift cards nowadays, electronic, they're e-cards, they're on lines. That doesn't work. Like many gift cards nowadays, emailed. Oh, I like that. I think that works. And that actually does support Kit. Kit might not be right, but it hasn't yet been proven wrong. And emailed seems to work. Moved in a way. Moved could be physically moved, or it could mean moved emotionally. Could it mean anything else? Nothing comes to mind. What would this be? Not sure. First city to reach a population of 1 million people in the 2nd century BC. 1 million people in the 2nd century BC. That is extraordinary. That's absolutely amazing. Is it Rome? I mean, that's amazing. I wonder what the population density is. I mean, I have to think. People probably lived pretty densely, but they wouldn't have been able to build very high. So they would have been limited by that. That's really interesting. Something to wrestle with. Arm wrestling. Creatures inspired by George Lucas's dog. Right? I do remember seeing this at one point, that the Chewbacca character was inspired by George Lucas's dog. And those characters are Wookiees, which are, no, do they have 2 Ks? No. 2 Is? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Well, there's an E here. So there are 2 Is or then an I. Oh, there's an I either way. And then this one's either an I or an E. I think. Disturbs. Royals. Oh, right. Okay. I said roists. I should have thought of royals, which is a pretty similar word. I mean, not necessarily a similar word, but they both have an O and I in them. Okay, end of an overplayed pickup line. Or something, or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. Can't think immediately what it is. Free. Loose? Yeah, oh, right, okay. And that could actually, this could also be, oh, wait, no. No, that can't be right. Creatures, Wookiee. No, that can't be right. Oh, okay. Never mind. What about up here? Lament. To moan is to lament. Crash sites are, oh, tense. Oh, wait. Sorry, I hadn't realized that this was, here we have crash sites, S-I-T-E-S, so places. I hadn't realized that here we have crash sites, S-I-G-H-T, so things you see. Right, I hadn't seen that. Oh, moved in a way, it is emotionally moved, so odd, dense. You would see dents at the site of an automotive crash. Okay, dents on the cars. All right, great, let's keep going. End of an overplayed pickup line. Right, not sure about that one. Mysterious ancient geoglyphs in the Peruvian desert. Right, interesting. What is that? I wish I just knew that offhand. Someone better call the fire department because you just got burned. Some maybe roasted. I mean, this is obviously a, someone's just laid down a sick burn here. What is this? I'm not sure if this is actually right, but it could be. Catch. Maybe not. Component of a Cobb salad. What's in a Cobb salad? I'm sure I've had a Cobb salad at least once in my life. What is in it? Are there raisins in it? Apples, maybe? Maybe I think of a Waldorf salad, maybe? I don't know. That's annoying. I don't know what that is. Tomatoes? I don't know. Like well-worn shoes. Comfy? I'm not really confident in that, but it's possible. Littlest complaint in an idiom. What is the littlest complaint in an idiom? So in a saying, how would you refer to the littlest complaint? A nit? No, that's not really in an idiom. That's just a word to pick, you sort of nitpick. In an idiom, I don't know. Comfy might be wrong. This is tough. This is a tough puzzle. Free, fire department, sentimental feelings, components of a Cobb salad. I'm not seeing any of this. National dish of Ukraine. Oh, borscht. There's something at least. Littlest complaint. A bug? Like a bugbear? Lacked pop. Had no... Oh, I'm not getting anywhere. Like well-worn shoes. Okay, let's try comfy again. Littlest complaint in an idiom. Bio-boo. I mean, there's a bugaboo, which is sort of a thing that sort of nettles you, it sort of irritates you. And there's a boo-boo, which isn't really a complaint. I mean, I guess you could say it's a complaint in the sense of being an injury. Is there any way that's right? I don't know. What about any of these other things? Someone better call the fire department because you just got burned. I guess it could end with dist. I don't know. Sentimental feelings. Component of a Cobb salad. Onion? Something-y onion? Oh boy, I don't know. I have no idea if that's right. It's probably not. Catch. I don't like ending with O. Oh, conductor Saiji. Who is this? I know this conductor. He's very famous. I want to say his name starts with M. This is so frustrating when it's sort of knowledge that I recognize but can't call to mind. That's infuriating. Okay, bringing about. Causing? No. How frustrating. What about this? Washed out. Wan? That's not what I would have expected. Is that right? I might be thinking of the wrong name for the conductor. Because I'm thinking of wan in the sense of pale, washed out in that sense, especially because, because there's a, by the way, speaking of that, if anyone knows why on a Macintosh computer, why that black flash would be happening in OBS whenever I mouse over anything that is a hyperlink, which is quite a lot of things on a web page, please do let me know. This has been going on for months and it's very annoying and I can't figure out why. And I can't get it to stop. And sometimes I have to slightly edit the videos to clip those out, but I usually forget to do so. So I apologize when they make it through. Anyway, the reason I think this makes sense is because this dash indicates this is an adjective rather than, say, a past tense washed out. In other words, yesterday I washed this out. It's not what this is. So that's why I think wan is appropriate. Mysterious ancient. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about that offhand. Well, let's see. Fire. I mean, this could be all sorts of things. I mean, it could be fire in the modern slang as a positive adjective, but it could be fire as a noun, but it could also be fire as a verb. And if it's fire as a verb, it could be multiple things. It could mean to use use fire for something, but it could also mean to let someone go from a job. I have no idea. Although I see this. Blank Santos, fictional setting of Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I wouldn't have remembered this offhand, but I have to assume it's Los in the style of, many West Coast places, California especially, place names. And Mexico as well, obviously. Very into. Loving? I'm loving it. I'm very into it. I mean, that seems plausible. Second guesser's question. Or else? Doesn't really feel like second guessing. It's almost more of a threat. Or not. Probably or something. The stuff of legends, lore. Legends is made up, are made up of lore from a given culture. Appear as such. It does appear as such. It does seem so. Old competitor of the Plymouth Barracuda. GTO, that's an old, sports car moniker, as is the Barracuda, I suppose. So second guesser's question. Oh, or what? No. Again, that's not really second guessing. That's more challenging. Popular video editing software. Oh, iMovie. Right. Okay. I was thinking of more sort of professional video editing software, but no. This is iMovie, which is, I think, free with Apple computers. Second guesser's question. Oh, or is it? There we go. That's plausible. Chew the doors, e.g. Sort of pet behavior? I'm not really sure what this is referring to. Is this a phrase? I don't know. Maybe it is. Pulitzer-winning playwright Susan Blank Parks. I'm not sure offhand. What about this? Drug prescribed under the brand named Desoxyn familiarly. I'm not sure about that either. I don't know. That is not good. So I feel about my solving at the moment. Big whoop. Olay, maybe? Or raw, maybe? Again, it could be either of those. Green tinted cocktails. Green tinted, something with absinthe in it. Oh no, maybe it's an apple teeny. I don't actually know what goes in them that would make them that color, but they're, you have green apples, and this ending in NIs makes me think it's one of the sort of martini Offshoots. Yeah, I bet that's right. Okay. I'm not sure what makes it green, but I bet that's the answer. Laurie, maybe? Susan Laurie Parks? Chew the doors, e.g. Drug. I don't know that either still. Big whoop. Oh, maybe it is Olay. Get a running mate, question mark? Okay, I assume this doesn't mean for an election because of the question mark, although that did trip me up before. But does it mean someone with whom to physically run? Get a running mate. Full of life. Something E? That is not good. Not sure. Blank courtesy as a courtesy is a common phrase. Hound or part of a hound. Oh, tail. To tail someone is to hound them, to follow them. And a hound, dog, has a tail. All right, full of life. Oh, zippy or something like that. Probably does end in a Y. Oh, spoonerism. Chew the doors. Do the chores. Right, okay. So a spoonerism is a sort of linguistic, mechanism by which you swap starting syllables of two words in a phrase. So chew the doors. If you swap the CH and the D, you get do the chores. So chew the doors is a spoonerism of the much more typical phrase, do the chores. And that's named for the Reverend Spooner, I think Archibald Spooner maybe, who was an Oxford Don, I believe, who was said to have frequently inadvertently, committed this linguistic faux pas that eventually bore his name, and he was apparently quite irritated at this reputation, and I think denied it. But anyway, there we have it. Full of life. Zippy, fire. Oh yeah, it could be zippy, and then fire could be zeal. If you've got, oh no, but it could be zest as well, actually. I was going to say, if you've got a zeal for something, you've got a sort of fire for it, but you could say the same about zest. And actually, that might be, no, it isn't. It is zeal, because this is Ozawa. This is the conductor's name. I was completely wrong. I don't know if I was thinking of a different conductor when I said started with M, or if I was just on the wrong track entirely. But that is definitely this conductor's actual name, Saiji Ozawa. Or I could actually have that backwards. I think that's right. Well, I guess it depends if you're using if you're putting the surname first or not. But anyway, there we go. Get a running mate. Oh, elope. Oh, right, okay. So it's true it wasn't referring to a political running mate, but it wasn't referring to running around a track or something, or running outside either. It was to mate, to marry, sort of on the run, to elope. All right, that is not good. Oh, it could be yeesh. Yeesh, that is not good. Oh, meth. Oh, right, okay. Prescribed on the brand name Disoxin familiarly. Okay, there we go. I didn't know that brand name used for meth, I guess. Is it meth in the sense of crystal methamphetamine? Anyway, there we go. Mysterious ancient geoglyphs in the Peruvian desert. I'm really annoyed that I can't see what this is. What about this? Sentimental feelings. Oh, warm fuzzies. Yes, you could say you have the warm fuzzies. You have sentimental feelings for someone or something. There we go. That's good. Okay. So, catch. I mean, this also could be a verb or a noun, because you could say that person's a real catch, or you could say, catch this, obviously. And catch can mean to physically catch something, or to hear it, or to understand it. Someone better call the fire department. Roasted? Yeah, I wanted it to be roasted before, and that fits even more now. Boom roasted? Is that a phrase? I don't know. Catch. Oh, Right. This is another noun for catch. There's the catch. There's the rub. Right. Okay. That's the sort of, the technicality that makes that is the trade-off for the good thing that I'm offering or that's on offer. Component of a crispy bacon. Right. Okay. It was not an onion. End of an over. Oh, do you come here often? I guess is the overplayed pickup line. Okay. I guess. Yep. So Wookiees, we haven't figured that out yet. Free. Oh, no fee. Okay, so it's a double E. And then Nazca lines. Okay, I'm sure I've read about these at some point, but wasn't in my active vocabulary, sadly. All right, well, there we go. So this still, yeah, okay, right. I kind of forgot about this, but comfy looks like it's working. Yeah, that's definitely got to be right with that F. So then lacked pop, had no oomph. Wow, okay. I mean, hard to imagine getting there without these crosses, but for me anyway, but there we go. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's totally reasonable, but those three O's just look so funny in the grid. All right, so littlest complaint in an idiom. Oh, right. Is that something like, and he didn't say boo about it, that kind of thing? He didn't say boo, he didn't have even the littlest complaint. I think that might be what that means, or rather, the context of this. I'm probably slightly misstating the idiom, but I think it's something to that effect. I think that's effectively what that means. All right, so this does look like boom roasted, doesn't it? Okay. And then dips, so to speak. Bales? No. Boy, what a tough puzzle. Toby Blank, 12th night character who says, "Thou art a scholar, let us therefore eat and drink." I don't remember this. 12th boy, have you never? I think I've seen a production of 12th Night, but I don't remember this. I don't think I've ever read it. Dips, so to speak. For some reason, I want this to be Bales, but I couldn't really tell you why. Dips, so to speak. What does that mean? Dips. Like if you say he dips out, he bails, and I don't know why I think that's the answer. Bringing about. Wreaking. If you wreak havoc, you are bringing. If you are wreaking havoc, you're bringing about havoc. There we go. That's the clearest example of that. Box in a cab. Is it something to do with the fare box in a taxi, or is it nothing to do with that at all? Is it a Cabernet wine? I don't know why there'd be a box in it. You could have Cabernet in a box. Box in a cab. What other meanings can cab have? Do not understand what this is. Oh, Toby Belch. A CB radio? Right, it's not a cab like a taxi cab. I guess it could be in theory, but I think it means the cab of a truck, like a long haul truck, and it would have a CB radio in it. That would be a physical box in the cab of the truck. I think that's what that is. So loud. Crash? No, brash. This is Bales. I thought it was. I don't know why. Why is that Bales? Dips, so to speak. I'm really confused at myself here. But anyway, I'm going to leave it, I suppose. There's got to be a clear reason for this. Sorry, I'm just dips, so to speak. So to speak. Maybe it is that. Maybe it is leaves a party. That's all I can think of. But I think that's right because maybe that was what my brain wanted it to be originally, because you do say, I'm going to dip out, and maybe that is just people just say I'm going to dip, and then I'm going to bail. That feels plausible. Anyway, what about this? Loud, right? So brash, probably like loud colors, brash, or just a loud person, I guess, is brash. Behind. This could be, you're behind somebody as an adjective, or it could mean you're behind, you're sort of rear end. Mighty thing, mighty oak, booty, then. Mythical figure who sacrificed an eye in order to drink from the well of knowledge, Odin, in Norse mythology. And then operator of the Utah Data Center for short. Is it a university, maybe? I don't know. Pantry array, tins, so tins of food. Oh, no, it's not. It's the National Security Agency, probably, and then this is yoga. It might put you in an awkward position. Yoga would do that. Wow, this was a tough solve. I hope I have it all right. Oh, what a relief. Okay, that was a tough crossword. I found that to be a very tough crossword. Let me know if you agree or disagree, I suppose. I'm sure I could have solved it. I mean, I certainly sort of could have solved it faster than that, but this never would have been an easy solve for me. This wouldn't have been just dashing through it and writing everything in off the bat. I mean, there were just quite a few cases where I was really stuck for a while. This boom roasted. I mean, this is probably one of the odder answers, just in the sense that, I mean, I can very much imagine someone saying this. It's not that I think it's a sort of unreasonable thing to imagine somebody saying, but it's definitely not in its complete form, boom roasted. I don't know that that is a sort of common enough single phrase that it ever would have been an easy write-in for me. Warm fuzzies. I mean, this is a good one, because this is, I would say, more of an, probably more of an established single unit phrase, but it just took me ages. And then crispy bacon, I don't know. I guess if I'd eaten a lot of Cobb salads, that would have been obvious. I mean, there's obviously nothing unfair about this as an answer, but I just had no idea. Tough crossword. And then just some really clever. We had examples of both things like cut close, which isn't really punny or misdirecting per se. It just could mean, there are several different possibilities for what it could be. But then we did have some very clever misdirection, like where you'll find women out to drink, where I just completely misinterpreted which bit was being punny. And that's often one of the elements of punny clues that is tough, is when the constructor has cleverly set it up that you could imagine it being, having different sort of punny contexts. I'm sure there were some other such things throughout. I mean, the stuff of legends isn't really misdirecting in any particular way. It's just a nice clue, because the stuff of legends is itself, obviously, a common phrase. I was right about kit. I forgot to ever look back at that. I'm pleased that my memory of a baby squirrel being a kit was right. Anyway, there we go. That was the Saturday crossword. I thought a very tricky puzzle. Let me know how you fared with it in the comments or the Discord. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday puzzle. Won't be as tricky as this, I'm pretty confident, but it might take longer. That is typically what happens. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.